When I heard about the leaked decision on Roe versus Wade and had a chance to read it, my first thought was, what a terrible day for women's right to control their own body, for bodily autonomy, for privacy. I mean, this potential ruling is such an overreach into what should be a private conversation between a pregnant person and their loved one or with their physician. And then as I read it further, I started to fear for LGBTQ plus equality and really much of the civil rights progress we have made in this nation because of the rationale used to justify this leaked decision. You know, to say that our Constitution can only be interpreted as of the time it was written, in my opinion, that's a dangerous way to look at our country's guiding document. The Constitution was ratified in 1789, and it begins with "we the people." Well, "we the people" in 1789 did not include Blacks, did not include Indigenous people, and did not include women. And the other thing that really concerns me is the rationale that fundamental rights or unenumerated rights, those rights that are not specifically outlined word for word in the Constitution, that they have to have a long history or tradition in our nation. Marriage equality for the LGBTQ plus community is only coming up on 7 years. That is not a long history or tradition. But I also like to say interracial marriage. The fundamental right to marry was mentioned in 1967 in the Supreme Court's decision in Loving versus Virginia. Our nation has a much longer history of denying the right to marry to two people of differing races than it does in affirming that right to marry. So to say that these rights have to have a long history or tradition, it's another thing that concerns me and worries me greatly. And just this overreach with privacy for the queer community, Lawrence versus Texas, which struck down anti-sodomy laws. With that rationale, could we lose Lawrence versus Texas? Could same-sex intimacy once again be criminalized? How do I feel about the status of marriage equality, the safety of marriage equality, given this leaked decision? And I have to say, I'm pretty terrified because this leaked decision, the rationale used in it, is really a roadmap to attack a lot of the rights, a lot of the progress we have made in our nation. So I am concerned, and I think this is something where an extreme court is doing things that the American people don't want.